involves some minors. First and foremost, before we go any further, I don't agree with nobody taking advantage of any minor, putting them on that blade to gain revenue. I don't agree with that. I did a reaction to the Ruler Report video, and I also stated that in that video. Hold on, we gonna say this.
Yeah, I don't think any of us agree with that with Compton Ricc Rocc. What's the deal, y'all? What's the deal, y'all? What's the deal, y'all? We're trying to type it in CNN, Trapping Network. And we back in the same, like cracking the same here at CNN, Trapping Network. It's like good news you can use. It's like good, yeah, I'm gonna tap on anything. It's like good news you can use. It's like good Alejito. You ain't finna get nobody's Alejito. Out here early in the morning running some errands with the beautiful woman that I'm in love with. Her big old booty. But we finna jump into this content. News you use. Not a joint finna get nobody's college. Tap in to make sure you're in fact tapped in with that good tap. And this morning we got Compton Ricc Rocc going over Smacc, having some words about people saying that he's responsible for the Hoovers getting indicted. Now, for those of y'all who don't know, the mayor of Los Angeles, Karen Bass, was on FMW radio with T-Rail, Smacc, and they had some conversations about the problems on Figueroa as far as the ladies of the night, the working girls. Smacc asked the question, you know, what was going to be the resolve to the working girls, or, you know, how did the situation happen and all that kind of stuff. And it was an interesting situation, but the mayor basically made it clear that they were going to clean up the situation, clean up the Figueroa corridor, and making so those young girls were no longer outside doing what they were doing. Now, the problem is not, well, if you're a grown woman doing what you're doing, I don't really got no worries about that. But the bigger problem was the amount of young women out there. That's right, minors out there as young as 14 years old. Who even knows if there were some out there younger? And they were out there being forced into ex-trafficking. And you can't tell me that at the age of 14, oh, she wanted to be there. No, that's not what this situation will ever be, nor will we pretend like that situation makes sense. She's coerced to be there, and at that point, you're a predator and you're a creep taking advantage of a little girl. So anybody who doesn't see anything wrong with that, we need to check you for a lot of different things. But with that all being said, man, Smacc does not want that stigma on him that he has anything to do with members of his community or constituency being taken away into this federal RICO based off his words in his interviews. So let's get into this content without further ado. Shout out to Compton Ricc Rocc giving us news with cues, giving us knowledge we ain't finna get nobody's college. We finna slide into this content without further ado. Let's get into it. Let's go.
Yeah, we don't agree with the kids being out there. Now, for grown woman want to get out there and do her thing, that's on her, man. We don't agree with that. I don't agree with that personally. Now, I don't know how everybody else feel about that. I just don't agree with that. Not once did I mention Smacc and doing anything foul. If you go back and listen to the video, I said some people is going to look at the video with Smacc talking to the mayor about this situation that's going on in his community that a lot of people...
That's right, Compton Ricc Rocc, clean that up.
...is concerned about in his community. I would be concerned if I stayed out there and not seen that going on with some minors. I said in that video, some people is going to say this and that, and then you're going to have some people that's going to say, I don't see nothing wrong with Smacc is saying. There's going to be the regular people that's going to say, man, he did what he's supposed to do, but the dudes in the streets with no common sense who don't...
That's right, Compton Ricc Rocc, referencing all the woo-wops. Compton Ricc Rocc said he kept his Compton receipts.
Care about nothing but the lifestyle, they going to have something to say about it. I didn't say, Smacc, what you're doing sitting down with the mayor is wrong. I didn't say that. You know, I didn't say that. You in a position to sit down with the mayor, that's cool. A lot of people don't have that opportunity to sit down with the mayor of their city and tell the mayor what's going on, and they see that they don't see fit, especially involving minors. Anything else outside of that, that's for your community, your homies. They can deal with that on their own. That ain't my job to say, you know, I just did a reaction video. So I'm coming to clear up a few things about that video that I did yesterday, and also what I heard Smacc said. You know what I'm saying? I'm not testing your gangster or anything like that. I happen to know a lot of people, you know, that you deal with. Good people, good solid homies that I respect, and, you know what I'm saying, I have a lot of, you know, respect and love for. So I will say this, man. We do reaction videos over here.
Yeah, I don't think that Compton Ricc Rocc meant any malice towards Smacc. Now, of course, Smacc don't like this type of conversation with his name being mentioned. Of course, that's obvious.
On y'all channel, y'all do things different, but as a reaction channel, we gonna find stuff, and, you know, we gonna disagree with some stuff, and we gonna agree with some stuff that people do. That's why it's called a reaction channel. Do it mean that a lot of this stuff is facts? No, it's only people's opinion. It's only their opinion. That's why I stopped doing certain type of videos where I feel it was my need to put my full input on things, and I just go off what people saying, what people do, make sense of it in my way. It's just my opinion, and I'll leave it at that.
Well, the whole point of somebody watching a reaction channel is because you want to hear the opinion of the person reacting. That's literally the point. So Compton Ricc Rocc, you're not wrong for giving your opinion because you are in a reaction channel, as we all are reaction channels. So when we react, it's because we're reacting and giving our opinion. We're literally watching a video telling you what we think. That's the entire point of, but all right.
Not once did I call you a snitch. Not once did I call you anything outside of, you know, what I know is disrespect. I didn't do that. Just did a reaction video. You know, a lot of times when people get on this internet, man, I've noticed that people, you know, people talk about other people, whether it's good or bad, but when their name come up in the conversation, man, a lot of times people won't call your phone. They won't DM you or anything. They go to the internet. So you know what? It's an internet thing. It's nothing to get hostile about. It's nothing to come up here and make a whole bunch of cuss videos and disrespect.
Did Smacc cuss out Compton Ricc Rocc or something? Did I miss it? Did Smacc press Compton Ricc Rocc?
Respect you as a man and none of that. And you know, I'm not gonna do that. I used to get on here and go crazy, go ham, and you know, just it is what it is, man. But you know what? We got to put an end to that, man. It's a lot of people, homie. I'm seeing a lot of dudes that's getting on here and they talking crazy, reckless, disrespect. I'm seeing videos about gang members and gang bangers. They dumb, they stupid, they this and they that. I don't listen, man. If a person decides and chooses that he want to throw his life away, or if a person choose this is his lifestyle, I don't look at because that's what they chose to do. That they dumb, they stupid. I don't look at them like that. But there is consequences to everything that we all do. If you want to join this lifestyle, be a part of this lifestyle, then you know what come with it. And whatever come with it, you're gonna have to accept that because them the choices that you made and the decisions that you made. But as far as everybody else that's not in this culture that criticize, only thing I say, even y'all not saying nothing wrong. Some of the
Here's the thing, though. If you put something out for public consumption, then it's consumed by the public, then it's pretty much what it is. Once you put something out for public consumption, then it becomes consumable by the public. It's crazy how people put things out for public consumption, then get upset at the public for consuming it.
thing that y'all saying is right. Just be prepared to get cracked upside your head when somebody see you, because you only could do so much running and so much hiding after you done got on this internet and said some things that you ain't got no business saying. If that lifestyle don't pertain to you, you let God deal with that. It ain't your job to sit up in here and criticize somebody like some of y'all is better than the next person, because you're not. And when the people catch up with you, the people that you disrespecting, just know in your mind, when that time comes, you accept that. You accept all that come with that when you on here disrespecting people. Now we're gonna get back to Smacc. Smacc, I don't got a problem.
Now, a lot of y'all only talk disrespectful and talk crazy in the comments because you know that's the only way that you ever be able to have a conversation with a real nigga. So y'all like to get crazy and get reckless in these comments because you know you feel like it's a safe space and all that kind of stuff. And that's cool. I respect the cowards. I respect the coward, no understand the coward's place.
I'm with you, man. I'm doing my reaction videos, man. And I don't care how people look at this. They can say, oh, Rock ain't did nothing wrong. Rock just doing a reaction video to somebody who has something to say about another guy that's on the internet. We all on the internet. So if we all on the internet, where you think it's gonna go back to? The internet. We on
the internet, typically, where it starts is where it finishes.
On the internet. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I didn't get a text, I didn't get a phone call, I didn't get a DM, anything like that. Now, I understand that you don't want nobody playing with your name. Don't nobody want nobody playing with their name, especially as something as serious as this. I think Smacc, I don't think he did nothing wrong. And then, like I say again in my video, all you got to do is go back and look. I said some people gonna say this and some people gonna say that. I didn't say what side of the fence I was on, but if you pay attention to the video, I clearly said I don't agree at all with nobody taking advantage of kids. And I think that's...
No, it's never acceptable to take advantage of children at all.
I think jail is not enough when somebody is taking advantage of kids and putting them out there, having them doing some of the things that was alleged that they had these kids doing. Now, as far as those people that got caught up in that stuff, if it's true, you know what I'm saying? Because like I say, everybody's innocent to proven guilty. If this stuff,
yeah, everybody's innocent to proven guilty, and if they free them people, if they guilty, send them under.
is to be true, what these dudes is out here doing to these minors, I think jail is not a big enough punishment for them. I don't care what happened to them. I don't care where they from. I don't care none of that, because if this is what y'all out here doing, that could be anybody's child, anybody's kid, and y'all got them sitting out there, then I think it should be a worse punishment than you going to jail and sitting up in jail for the rest of your life. I think you should get the death penalty. I think you should be stoned like they do in them other countries. I think so. So to answer Smacc, I seen the video.
I agree 100% with Compton Ricc Rocc. If you are guilty of those charges against them kids, whatever you did to them kids should be done to you. Honestly, I think that's fair. Whatever you allowed to happen to them kids, whatever you did to them kids, from branding to being raped and all that kind of stuff, whatever happened to them kids should be done to you. And I think that is no robbery and a fair exchange.
So to answer Smacc's questions, man, listen, man, I'm not playing with your name. I'm not fit to get on this. I'm not about to get on this internet and talk crazy and reckless. Any of that. At the end of the day, man, I get it. I understand. I know what moves the needle on YouTube. I know how this YouTube stuff go. I know how this internet stuff go. If I would have got on here and cussed you out and said it is what it is, I'll pull up over there, 9 times out of 10, that's what people might want to hear. But I get it, man. We all black, homie. We all trying to get this paper. We all trying to find our way through this YouTube space. So I understand. But at the same time, I don't feel like I did anything wrong doing a reaction to a video that's on the internet. You sat down with the mayor and you told the mayor, what are we going to do about the stuff that's going on? And in your video also, you said these was questions that was on a piece of paper that you was set out there to ask. Anybody could have asked these questions. Like I say, man, these people already had the play in motion. They already knew what they was going to do. And who best to get somebody from that community that they could sit down with, have a conversation with, because they already knew.
Because they already knew that you was from over there. That definitely makes 100% sense. That's extremely logical. And it seemed like a pretty good media setup at all, for sure.
What they was going to do. They done already been watching these people. They don't just come get you out the blue. They've been already watching these people. They didn't already knew what they was coming to get. A lot of these people.
I mean, it's called Fig Community Radio. They're talking about the conversations on Figueroa. I feel like it all kind of ties in for the most part. Not really a hard bargain to drive.
These kids' parents didn't inform the law about what's going on with their children. A lot of these kids is runaways, looking for a shelter, looking for somebody to be there for them, and you know, you find dudes that do take advantage of it. Back in the days, the P's back in the days, I ain't gonna say their names, but they didn't get down like that. They didn't rock like that. They didn't put them kids out there, man. That always been a no-no. And for the dudes who going to jail for that, I'm letting you know, you're not going to be able to walk the main line. You're going to have it rough. It's going to be hard on you. They don't play that. I hear a lot of people say, oh, the blacks don't take care of their business. I don't know. See, a lot of this stuff that y'all seeing on the internet, man, it's just internet stuff. And a lot of dudes say things.
A lot of dudes just say things that's not necessarily true. And y'all got to stop listening to the Mexican podcasters when it comes to black politics. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to call a spade what a spade is. Compton Ricc Rocc's not going to say it because he's saying politically correct. I'm going to call it out on what it is. Y'all got to stop listening to the Mexican podcasters to get information about how blacks run their politics. Straight up.
No one ain't got no business saying to get a whole bunch of y'all who really in the streets to get on here and say something reckless so it could make their channels blow up bigger than what it is. They know exactly what they doing. Knowing if some of these dudes was in your face, they would not do it. They would not say it. They'd be shaking in their boots. It's easy for a person to get behind a camera and disrespect somebody and cuss somebody out and say all this crazy wild stuff. But walking in some of these people's face, they won't do it. And a lot of these dudes, just because they from a gang don't mean they not intelligent. That don't mean that they not intelligent. They just got caught up in something when they was younger. And it's just a part of what they do. But that don't mean that they dumb. That don't mean that they stupid. That don't mean that they illiterate, any of that. Like I said earlier in the video, a lot of y'all need to be careful what y'all say and how y'all speak to people, because these are still people, regardless of what lifestyle they live. Because it ain't just a black gang. You have all type of people that's involved with something. And if you disrespect them people will make you respect them one way or another. So some of us that's on this internet really need to change some of the behavior that we do on here, man. Seriously, man. And I'm gonna tell you why this stuff is going on. Because a lot of people that's on the internet, wherever they come from, they section and they people is not telling them, hey man, that's not cool what you doing, man. You know, we all grown, and some of us feel like can't nobody tell me nothing.
Well, everybody has a space where they're going to be able to tell. Everybody has a space where they are going to be able to be told something, and that space is called the jail system, where you going to mind somebody. With that all being said, man, we about to the next one. Y'all know the deal. It's red dots to the left. Y'all know the rest. It's February Free Avenue Angel 2 Weeks Free. Gone.
Change the way you walk. Conversations in the bank will probably change the way you talk. I'ma always be right here and I will never leave you lonely. You can rest all of your fears cause I always got it on me. They took me from you once. You showed you was a rock. Speak on my demise, but the devil is a lie. Since blood sin and we only getting higher. See the love in your heart, but your eyes full of fire. See, I used to wonder about you, but I know now. It's Gucci bags when we land, how it go now. Real shit, a real bitch and make you slow down. I beat it up and take a break and go some more rounds, and then we go some more rounds. It's gonna always be some rain, so the roads got umbrellas. I'm stressing with the homies in the town with them fellas. Gonna always take them pictures. I tell you when to post it, gotta keep my eyes open, cause I know them niggas jealous. Yeah, I know them niggas jealous. But baby, keep a secret, she'll die before she tell it. I went and got a bag by myself, they call me selfish. Gotta keep my eyes open, cause I know them niggas jealous. Yeah, I know them niggas jealous. But baby, keep a secret, she'll die before she tell it. I went and got a bag by myself, they call me selfish. Gotta keep my eyes open, cause I know them niggas jealous. Yeah, I know them niggas jealous. Yeah, I know them niggas jealous. Baby, keep a secret, she'll die before she tell it. Gotta keep my eyes open. See, I started as a dealer, then I finished as a dealer. I could put you on the beach in the middle of the winter. You and Nina sister wives, cause the shit can get tricky. Niggas frontin' like a killer, turn that bitch into Matilda. Stepping on these niggas and I came into a feet first. 12 on these Balenci's and these bitches make my feet hurt. Rich nigga problems, every day I live a movie. You could fight in H&M or you could ball with me and look. She asked for a hoodie, so I let her wear the Gucci. Next day when she left, I ain't tripping, she kept the Gucci. It tastes like food, I even had to lick my fingers. And that pussy so good, I had to save me some for later. Diamonds on your neck, see them dancing on your haters. And they talk from the bottom, but you up, you can't hear them. You taking all the pictures, I tell you when to post it. Pistol on me and I'm focused, you ain't tripping, you a hold it. Cause you know them niggas jealous. Yeah, you know them niggas jealous. Yeah, I know them niggas jealous. But baby, keep a secret, she'll die before she tell it. I went and got a bag by myself, they call me selfish. Gotta keep my eyes open, cause I know them niggas jealous. Yeah, I know them niggas jealous. But baby, keep a secret, she'll die before she tell it. I went and got a bag by myself, they call me selfish.